Golf Online Academy in association with Snooki.com. Hiya Tom, great to see you at the range on Tuesday and do some further work on your game. So we just go over the key points. It was all to do with the lower centre of gravity and the effects that had on your swing path and your ability to turn through the golf ball properly. We take a little look at this at the start of your session. The interesting thing here is that the hips sort of lock up a little bit from about here, don't really do a great deal, and then start to move again. So there's a definite locking up of the hips, and as you do that you can see the arms separate from the torso a little bit, and we hit out of the golf ball excessively and close the club face down too quickly. So what we talked about doing was moving the lower centre forward. We can see here that on the top centre footage we've got the hip centre pretty central in the stance really. We've got this located nicely, no real problems with that. However, what this means is that during the downswing what we've got to do is we've got to slide the hips whilst turning the hips. Now remember, once you get through impact, it's the side tilt, if you will, or the hip slide should I say, that's keeping you against the wall, keeping you inclined to the ground, allowing the hips to keep moving. We definitely come up off that wall and we get that pelvis moving in. So again, if we take a little look from down the line, hips are sliding and turning, sliding and turning, sliding and turning. Then we get here and they stop sliding, they just turn and extend. So hip slide at this point is in this direction, and it's what is going to keep your butt against the wall and the head against the wall. We can see there the pelvis creeps in, and we're lacking a little bit of hip slide coming through the golf ball. Now I'm just going to put you now into your impact position, and what we've said here now is we're going to put the hip slide in before we start. So you can see there the slide of the hips is placed in there at set up. So what we've done there is we've moved the body weight forward by moving the lower centre forward. That's going to allow you to focus more on turning through the golf ball. So instead of lacking hip slide and trying to turn and trying to do maybe 2 or 3 things at once, all we've got to do now is turn around that point. Very much like we see with Troy Mattison. So with the hip slide already in place, we're going to make a nice backswing. We can extend a little bit more as we want to, so we can actually increase the amount of extension we've got here, which is going to give you power as well. And now we can turn through, and you can see now that centre gets even further out in front of the golf ball. We get that shaft lean now and the handle location further forward, which is something we've been looking for a while. That's going to allow you to hit out at the golf ball much better and control the rate of closure on the club face. So just a little bit more closure on that. Certainly the legs are looking to work better, and when we look at it from down the line, lower centre forward, hands coming much better. We're attacking the golf ball from a slightly more neutral position, because now we can introduce that rotation through, which is going to keep the club turning the corner down at the bottom. Much less of a hit out, or much less hitting out. You're still hitting out, but hitting out in a more appropriate manner. So get that lower centre further forward, and then really focus on turning through the golf ball. Good luck with it, and look forward to seeing your progress over the next few weeks. Well done.